Good day, everybody. We have here the lesson 2, the demands of society from the teacher as a person. This is a continuation of chapter 2. So before we proceed with the lesson, we have the following objectives. First is to explain the demands of society from the teacher as a person. And the second one is to cite the personal qualities that a professional teacher should possess. I am only a teacher. Teacher lang. Oftentimes, ito yung naririnig natin when a teacher introduces herself or himself sa harap ng madla. Lalo na pagkaharap niya ang mga doctors, lawyers, nurses, accountants, engineers, etc. Admittedly, so much is expected or demanded of a teacher. More than any other professional, teachers are subjected to scrutiny to the minutest detail by those they associate with. Teachers are judged more strictly than the other professionals, diba? When a teacher fails to meet the expectations of the public, like when she wears an ultra mini skirt, 'di ba? Na lalo na pag mga babae, pag mubo ang skirts. Also, fails to pay debt on time. The remark from the scrutinizing eye of the public is, teacher pa man din. What are the demands of the teaching profession from the teacher as a person? These can be restated as what personal qualities or attributes of teachers are demanded by the teaching profession, or what personal traits must a teacher possess in order to function well as a professional teacher. We know that we have diverse teachers. Iba-iba ang pamamaraan ng pagtuturo, iba-iba yung pag-uugali. The qualities of your favorite teachers may not be very far from one another. Let's compare them. The 12 characteristics of an effective teacher gathered from a 15-year longitudinal qualitative study on more than 1,000 essays of teacher education students. So we have here the first characteristic, prepared. So, yung nangunguna po nating qualities or characteristic ng isang teacher is being prepared. So you have to come to class each day ready to teach. And the second one is pagiging positibo. So you have to be optimistic and attitudes about teaching and about your students na ikaw mismo nagiging fountain ng positivity na hindi mo hinahayaan na isipin ng estudyante mo na ay hindi ko kaya. So mula sa iyo, dapat maging positive at nakikita dapat ng mga student mo na eager ka, na optimistic ka, na maging successful din sila. Also, you have to hold high expectations. So there's set no limits on your students and believe everyone can be successful. Hashtag walang maiiwan. Hashtag papasa lahat. Also creative. Creative are being resourceful and inventive on how you're going to teach your classes. Na hindi pa, kung ano ba hindi available yung materials, so you have to be creative, inventive na also you can also have another pedagogy, unique pedagogies or strategies na magiging full of fun and learning ang klase mo. So you have to be creative on everything that you are doing. Also, being fair. So you have to handle students and grading them fairly. Also, display a personal touch. You should be approachable na hindi sila natatakot. Kasi you don't just have to touch them by their mind. You have to touch them by their heart. So, para hindi po magkailangan, so be approachable as a teacher. That's very important. Also, cultivate a sense of belonging. Diba? You have a way to make students feel welcome and comfortable in your classroom. Okay, that's very important na lahat involved. Hashtag walang may iwan, hashtag kaparte ka, na kahit sino, importante. Also, compassionate. You are concerned about students' personal problems and can relate to them and their problems na aside sa family nila, aside sa parents nila, you are there to be their parents, to be someone to lean on, to talk with. Also, intindihin ang sitwasyon ng mga estudyante nyo. So you have to be compassionate to your students kasi hindi naman lahat sila pare-pareho ng pinagdadaanan. Hindi lahat sila estudyante lang. Also, the ninth is to have a sense of humor. That's very important. Though minsan wala akong humor. Make learning fun. So you have to make learning fun, na excited silang pumasok sa'yo, and do not take everything seriously. Though there are times na kailangan naman talaga nating magseryoso, pero there are times din dapat na maging okay yung atmosphere sa loob, na maging excited ang bawat isa. Huwag natin kalimutan tumawa. And the 10th is respect students. Diba? Do not deliberately embarrass your students. Huwag basta-basta ipapahiya, or kung halimbawa hindi naman siya nakakasagot, huwag ipapahiya. Yan yung sinabi ko sa inyo, that respect begets respect. That's during the orientation. Now we have to respect one another. And teachers who give the highest respect get the highest respect. Kasi nga again, respect begets respect. And forgiving the time na you should not hold grudges. Huwag po tayong magbigay ng sama ng loob or magtanim ng sama ng loob sa mga estudyante natin at sa mga teachers nyo or sa magiging colleagues nyo if kayo naging teacher na din. And admit mistakes. Quick to admit of being wrong. Kasi hindi lahat tayo hindi naman perfecto, di ba? So, if ever may rason or at valid naman yung reason, then you have to admit your mistakes. Wala namang mali doon, di ba? And we have to correct that. So, these 12 traits of good teachers are the same traits given by the students of these writers every time they ask various classes to list down traits of effective teachers. Kasi again, ito ay qualitative study na more than 1,000 essays na mga education students. So yun, the most common word given is caring. Yan. Caring is the most common word na binibigay or na-mention ng mga estudyante sa education. A caring teacher is fair. He or she displays a personal touch and so is approachable. Also, you make every learner belong and feel welcome. Also, feels with his or her students and so is compassionate kasi hindi ka pusong bato. And forgiving, does not keep grudges against learners, and humble, enough to admit mistakes. Because you care, you go to class prepared. Ba? Hindi naman siguro kaya ng konsensya mong pumasok na hindi ka ready, na wala kang ma-share sa estudyante mo. And also, believes in the students and so set high expectations. We have to set high expectation to our students, and we should, again, sanabi ko sa inyo, never settle for mediocrity. We have to level up. Huwag mo hayaan ang sarili mo kung asan ka lang ngayon. So I am setting high expectations on you to be on top, to be the best, better than before. Also care, a teacher cares that students learn and so makes learning fun by injecting humor. Also, a teacher has genuine care for learners, is grounded and on his or her great respect para sa bawat learner. And that respect will come back to you as a teacher. So let's talk about professionalism. Professionalism is something demanded of teachers both as professionals and as a person. Professionalism is succinctly described in Article 11 of the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, to wit, Section 1. A teacher shall give with dignity at all times. Again, a teacher shall live with dignity. Hindi po give, typographical error, sorry. That is, a teacher shall live with dignity at all times. Again, Section 1, dignity. Section 2, a teacher shall place premium upon self-respect and self-discipline as the principle of personal behavior in all relationships with others and in all situations. Again, premium upon self-respect and self-discipline. Section 3. Section 3, a teacher shall maintain at all times a dignified personality which could serve as a model worthy of emulation by learners, peers, and others. A model worthy of emulation. Section 4. A teacher shall always recognize the Almighty God or being as guide of his own destiny and of the destinies of men and nation. Section 4, recognize Almighty God as guide. Okay. The Code of Ethics for Public School Teachers, adopted in Section 7 of Republic Act 4670, cites integrity as one essential trait of a professional teacher is given. Integrity. Since the teacher's work is not confined merely sa development lang of certain fundamental skills and abilities encompassed by the teaching of the 3 R's, but also includes the development of desirable habits and attitudes that go into the formation of character. His manner of living should provide a worthy example for his pupils and students to emulate, for his fellow teachers to be proud of, and for the community to feel as being enriched by it. That you are not limited only of teaching your student how to read. That you are not limited only to teach your student how to write, how to speak, but also you are obliged and tasked to build and develop them wholeheartedly as a human being with good attitudes, desirable traits, values. The personal traits cited above as attributes expected of teachers as persons are all included in the big words live with dignity. You, as a teacher, should live with dignity. Premium on self-respect and self-discipline. A model worthy of emulation. These are found in the Code of Ethics of Professional Teachers. They are not only personal traits, but they are also professional traits expected to you as a teacher. In one word, these are all manifestations of professionalism, the hallmark of a professional teacher. So that will be the end of our discussion, and this will be the last coverage for the examination. I will be uploading some questions and we will be having a recitation the next meetings. Again, I will be posting in our Google Classroom questions for you to study in advance for recitation. So that's all for today, everybody. See you on the next meeting for the exam. Goodbye.